So good morning and thank you for joining me. It's so awesome. Thursday mornings are the best and I love connecting with all of you and doing some yoga. And as Callie said, I am posting these videos on, if you just type in to YouTube, Candace Rose Yoga, then you'll see all the videos there. So it's really simple. It's just my name. All right. So let's go ahead and start in a comfortable seated posture. You want to use that blanket or pillow to sit on. That'll raise your hips up a little bit. It is okay to stretch your legs out if it's not comfortable to sit cross-legged on the floor. And as Callie reminded you, feel free to modify as we go through. I'm not reading the chats as we do the yoga class, so I won't be able to see if you need certain modifications, but the class is pretty gentle and you, again, can just sort of modify as you go along, okay? All right, so let's start in our comfortable seated pose. Hands can rest either in your lap or you can rest them on your knees. Go ahead and close your eyes for a moment and take a nice deep breath in and out through your nose. And by closing your eyes, you're kind of shutting out the world. You're withdrawing your awareness inward. Notice your posture, lengthen from the base of your spine all the way up through the back, through the neck, through the top of your head. Relax down through the forehead, around your eyes. Relax through the nose, your cheeks, your jaw. Relax through the neck and throat and your shoulders, all the way down the arms to fingertips. And then take a nice deep breath and relax through the upper back, your chest and lungs, your heart center. Through the abdomen, through the lower back, from your hips, all the way down the legs to your feet and your toes. And now withdraw your awareness even more from the room and from your body and just focus on your breathing. Count to yourself the length of your inhale, count again the length of your exhale, and see if you can even out your breath. So if you inhale to the count of 7, you'll exhale to the count of 7. And with your next exhale, let's slowly begin to bring the chin forward, hang your head down, and draw your chest up towards your chin. So just hold for a moment. Getting a good stretch through the neck. Let your head roll to one side so the face is forward. Your ear can just hang toward the shoulder and relax your jaw. And then around to the back. Let your head go back. And over to the other side. Slowly bring your head back down to the front. And let's do our circles. Inhale, roll your head to the back. Exhale, come back to the front. And then change direction. So you want to do about 3 or 4 circles to each side. When you're done, just let your head hang down, clasp the hands together, lay them gently on the back of your head, and let's add a little weight to the stretch and just hold. And bring your head back up to center. Let's put one hand on the head, the other one on the leg, and gently draw your ear towards your shoulder and hold. Good, and over to the other side. And let your head come back to center. Okay, eyes are open. You're going to turn your head gently from side to side, lifting up the neck. And one more. Good, and bring your head back to center. All right, let's bring the arms up in front. I'm going to take my right arm so you can do the same or mirror me. And you're going to bring that arm under so that the left elbow is on top or inside of the right elbow. Okay, the right elbow is underneath. Back to back with the hands, or you can wrap the hands around again so that the palms, the fingertips touch the palm. And then just draw your elbows upwards. You're going to feel this stretch right through the upper back and shoulders. With all this work that we're doing, sitting at the computer, right? And we're all in these Zoom meetings, you're going to feel that there's a lot of tension in the neck and shoulders. So let's see if we can relieve some of that. One more breath. Inhale as you exhale, let the elbows come down and then slowly untwist. Good, let's do the other side. So bring the arms up. I'm wrapping my left elbow under. You can go back to back with the hands or wrap them around again. Draw the elbows upward and hold. Nice deep breath, 2. And 3. Inhale as you exhale, let those elbows come down and untwist. Good. Arms by the side, reach out and up. Inhale and stretch. And clasp the hands together. Go ahead and turn the palms upward. Inhale as you exhale, just lean to one side. Inhale as you come up. Exhale over. Inhale to center. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good, and bring yourself back to center. Draw back slightly with the arms and stretch, and fingertips touch. Inhale as you exhale, just let those arms come out and down. Let's take the hands behind the back now. Gently roll the shoulders back. So we're trying to stretch and rotate those shoulders in all directions. Just hold for a moment. Good. And relax, reach forward, fingertips touch your shoulders. Bring the elbows in and back and around. Good. And change direction. And relax. Go ahead and let your arms come down, stretch your legs out, flex your feet, your ankles. Rock the feet in and out a little bit. Good. Come on over onto our hands and knees. We're going to stretch out through the back, neck, and shoulders. You can use your blanket as extra padding under your knees if you like. And then place the hands directly underneath your shoulders. You always want your fingers spread out wide so the palms are flat on the mat. And this is going to help to strengthen our wrists and hands, right? We're doing all that typing all day long, and this will help to strengthen that. All right. So as you begin, tuck your chin in, round your back and shoulders and stretch. As you exhale, arch your back, look up and inhale. And then exhale. And inhale. Good. One more. Inhale and exhale deeply. And with your next exhale, go ahead and bring your hips back down towards the heels and then reach forward all the way out through your fingertips, bringing your forehead towards the mat and stretch. Okay, hands just a little bit wider than your shoulders. You can put that small finger towards the edge of your mat. Palms are flat on the mat. We're going to lift up into the downward dog. So go ahead and press back. Soften your knees a little bit, and then you can bend one knee, push the opposite heel to the mat, alternate your legs back and forth and stretch. Good. Let your shoulders come forward. Put your knees down onto the mat. We're going to sit towards that left heel. Reach your arms over to the right. Right, and just hold for a moment. Feel that stretch all the way through your lower back, through your shoulders, and 2, 3, 4. Good. We'll come back up onto the hands and knees. Let's switch over. Sit back towards that right heel. Reach over to the left and stretch. And 2. And 3. And 4. Good, and we're back up onto the hands and knees. All right, we're gonna do a little balancing posture here. I'm gonna have you find a point to focus on in front of you, maybe a couple of feet in front of you on the floor. Extend your left leg out behind you so it's nice and straight. You can point your toes. And now take your right arm and extend it out. So the opposite, left leg is out, right arm, and you're reaching, it's as if you're reaching towards either wall. And hold. Good, and then let's switch sides. Go, extend your right leg out. Again, find your point to focus on and extend your left arm, like you're reaching to either side of the room, and hold. Good, and go ahead and let your hand and legs come down. Sit back again towards the heels, forehead towards the mat, reach all the way out through your fingertips and stretch. And let's press back up into the downward dog. And stretch. Again, you can do that runner stretch if you like. It's a nice stretch for your feet, for your calves. And shoulders come forward, knees down to the mat. Let's do the half pigeon. We're going to stretch the hips. Draw your right knee all the way up between your fingertips. Turn your right heel in so it's closer to that left hip bone. Stretch your left leg back even further. Inhale as you look forward and stretch. And then as you exhale, come on down. And you can rest. You can either rest like this on your elbows, or you can bring your forehead down to your forearms. If it feels good to rock your hips a little bit from side to side, you can add that in. And relax. Take some deep breaths here. I want you to notice if you're tensing the jaw. Let's see if you can relax through the face, relax your shoulders. All the way down through the back, relax the buttocks, the hips, the knee, the ankle. Good. Bring your chest back up, hands firmly on the mat. So we're going to use the down dog to transition between the two sides. You can also do the half tortoise. You don't have to go all the way back. So if you want to do the down dog, go ahead and press back. If you're doing the half tortoise, you're just bringing your hips back to your heels and you're resting on the mat for a moment. Shoulders forward, knees down onto the mat. Let's draw the left knee all the way up. Go ahead and turn your heel in. Stretch your right leg back. And inhale as you look forward and stretch. And then as you exhale, come on down. And again, you can rest your forehead down onto the forearms or just rest on your elbows and relax. Take a few deep breaths here. Okay, bring your chest up, hands firmly on the mat. One last time. Back into that down dog or half tortoise and stretch. And bring the shoulders forward, let your knees come down onto the mat, hips all the way back to your heels. Good, and come back up onto the hands and knees. I'm going to teach you a posture called thread the needle. This is a good one for the shoulders, back to that, stretching out our neck and shoulders. Okay, so with this one, you're on your hands and knees. I'm going to take the back of my left hand, put it on the mat, slide the left arm behind your right one, and come all the way down onto your left shoulder and the left side of your head. Okay, so right here is the start of the stretch, and you can stay in this posture. If you want to go further, you take your right arm, reach it around behind your back. Okay, so something like this. Some of you might be able to touch that left thigh. So these are all different variations. And if you feel comfortable looking up towards the ceiling, that will increase the stretch, but you certainly don't have to do that. You can just look straight ahead. Take a breath here. Feel that stretch all the way through that upper back, through your shoulder blade. Inhale as you exhale, slowly untwist. Let's come back up on to the hands and knees. So that's a good one for getting right across that upper back, that kind of hard to stretch area. So let's do the other side. Back of the right hand on the mat, you're going to slide it through, come down onto your right shoulder. You're resting on the right side of your head, and you can just stay right here in your stretch, or you can take your left arm, bend it behind your back. Some of you are touching that right thigh. You can look straight ahead, or you can try to look up towards the ceiling to increase the stretch, whatever feels good for your neck and shoulders. And hold. Nice deep breath. Inhale, and as you exhale, let's slowly untwist, and we're going to come back up onto the hands and knees. Good. Okay, we're going to do some exercises on our stomach on the floor. And to bring ourselves down, you can bring your hands forward just a little bit to the right underneath your shoulders. Go ahead and bring your chest down, right? And then you can flatten yourself down onto your belly. We're going to do the crocodile pose to start. And this is where you put one arm on top of the other. Put your forehead down onto your forearms. And just relax for a moment. And take a nice deep breath. Inhale and exhale deeply. And feel your abdomen push into the floor as you inhale. Feel the chest expand. Nice, slow, even exhalation. So this is a good posture. You can rest in this pose for a few breaths to help you deepen your breath. Good, and then from here, we're gonna do what's called the grasshopper pose. Okay, so I'm gonna extend my left arm and roll onto my left side. These are basically leg lifts. I'm gonna roll onto my left side, and you're gonna see that I'm bending the left leg so that the foot's behind me. And this way I'm not gonna fall forwards or backwards. This sort of keeps me stable. Now, if it is not comfortable to rest your head on your arm like this, another variation is just to prop up on your elbow. Okay, so you can prop your head up on your hand, on your elbow, or you can rest your head down onto your arm and you're reaching beyond your head. Now, the other hand, the right hand, you can just place it on the floor in front of you so you're not going to fall forwards or backwards. And I want you to open that leg, that right leg, straight up and down. And let's do 12 on each side. So that's 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good. Lower that leg, come over onto your stomach, onto the front, and we're going to switch. So you can extend your right arm out, or if you, and you're going to roll onto your right side, and if you prefer to prop your head up, you can do that. Bend that right leg so the foot goes behind you, and this way you're not going to fall forwards or backwards. You can have your left hand on the floor in front of you for balance, and then you're going to just open that left leg up and down. Let's keep that leg straight. You can either flex your foot or point your toes, whatever feels better. That's 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good. And then go ahead and come back onto your front. Okay. This time, let's rest the chin on the mat and have the arms rest by your sides. I just got the palms facing upward right now because that's what feels comfortable for my shoulders. And just relax for a moment. Take a breath here. Good, we're gonna do a little strengthening for that lower back, and as you inhale, you can lift your chest up. The toes can either stay on the floor or you can raise them up just a little bit, whatever feels better for you. And exhale as you come down. Inhale up and exhale down. That's 2, and inhale. As you come up, exhale as you come down, that's 3. We'll do 6. And 4, 5, 1 more, and 6. Good. Go ahead and let your head come down, your chin come down. And let's just turn the head so you're resting on one of your ears and relax for a moment. You can rock your heels in and out. So that's a good strengthening exercise for the lower back. When the lower back and the stomach, abdominal muscles are strong, that can help prevent problems with lower back pain. You know, we're sitting all day long, so it's good to strengthen that area. All right, I want you to bring your hands next to your chest, right? And what you're gonna do, you're gonna need some arm strength here. I want you to push up onto your hands and knees. So go ahead and lift and press up. And then after doing that posture, we wanna round the lower back. So let's go ahead and bring the hips back to the heels. And we're gonna stretch out those muscles that we just worked in that, it's the half cobra variation. And we're gonna rock a little bit from side to side. Relax your lower back. Good, bring yourself up into a kneeling posture. Okay, so we're gonna sit for a moment. Let's stretch out the toes and the feet. And then from here, we'll come on up to a standing pose. Go ahead and just put your blanket off to the side. Okay, I'll I'll just readjust my camera so that you can see me. Readjust my mat for you. All right. Just want to make sure you can see my toes. Okay, that looks good. So in this standing posture, right, let's do a little twisting. Feet about hip distance, hands in the hips, knees are soft. Go ahead and lean forward, roll to the back as you inhale. And exhale back to the front. Again, if you're sitting for hours at a time, get up and move around. You might even be able to do some of your meetings from a standing posture. And then you can integrate some of these postures that you're learning. It just needs to become a habit. They say it takes 3 weeks to start a new habit. So maybe write a sticky note and a reminder that just says, get up and stretch. And see if you can be doing that in between, your daily activities. So go ahead and bring yourself right back up to center. Let's draw the feet closer. So the toes can touch or just be a couple of inches apart, whatever feels comfortable for you. Arms slightly out to the side. This is called Tadasana, so you look like a mountain peak, right? Standing nice and tall. Inhale, reach the arms out and up and stretch. Let the fingertips touch, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, lean to one side. Hold your half moon. Inhale as you come up, and exhale as you go over to the other side. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Good, and let's come back to center. Inhale, as you exhale, we're gonna fold into our front bend. Let's do our vinyasa, where we move from posture to posture. So hands on the legs, draw your chest forward as you inhale. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, reach your arms out, come all the way up and stretch. And then bring your hands back to your heart as you exhale. Inhale and reach up. Exhale as you fold. Hands on the legs, draw your chest forward and stretch. And exhale. Inhale, reach and come on up. And then bring your hands back to your heart. Inhale. Remember, lips are closed as you're breathing in and out through the nose, but your jaw is relaxed. Let your teeth come apart slightly. And hear your breath. Inhale. And exhale deeply. And as you move through the posture, practice your Nityananda, being in the moment. See if you can stay fully present and aware. So when your mind wanders, you just keep bringing it back. And one more. Inhale, reach up. And back to the heart for a moment. Good, and relax. All right, let's practice a little balancing before we go down to the floor. Okay, we've been doing the tree pose, but we're going to try another posture. And I'm going to stand sideways so you see what I'm doing. So I want you to Start with your feet about hip distance apart, hands on your hips. Shift your weight to either leg. So I'm going to shift to my right leg. And then bring up your opposite leg, and I want you to clasp your hands underneath your thigh. Stand nice and tall. Find your point to stare at. So you could stand right like this and do your balancing pose. But if you want to go further, try extending the legs straight and press out through the heel and no bend in the standing leg. That leg is nice and strong. See if you can look forward. And breathe. Good, and relax. Go ahead and bend that leg. Let's switch to the other side. Okay. So you're going to shift your weight, find your focal point, something to stare at. Clasp your hands underneath your thigh, and you can balance just like this. Okay, if this is too challenging, if this is like not comfortable for you, or you're having trouble with your balance, you can even put your hands on your hips and just raise your foot off the floor. That's okay too. If you want to go further, you can try to extend that leg, but don't bend the standing leg. Nice and strong. Hold. And breathe. Good. And bend your knee. Go ahead and let your leg come down. Good. It also takes some strengthening. You can feel it right here in the hip flexors. So let's fold into a front bend now. Sway a little bit from side to side. And go ahead and bend your knees. Get your hands to the floor, and you can come down into your squat. Good. From here, we're going to sit. So bring yourself all the way down to the floor. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Rock your feet in and out. Okay. I haven't really used the belt today. I don't really know what I'm going to teach you till I get to class. But we're going to do one more stretch, which is stretching forward. It's a seated front bend. And you can use your belt in this one if you like. Okay. So I like to stretch where you reach. So you're going to inhale and stretch up, and then hinging right at your hips, you're going to stretch forward. Now, some of you are going to be able to reach the feet, and you won't need the belt at this point. You can just hold. But if you're not reaching your feet, using the belt can feel comfortable. You can wrap the belt around your feet, hold on to the belt, and just lean forward. And what this does is it helps to flex your feet, so you get even more of a stretch through your calves and your lower back, and just lean forward. Relax your lower back. Take some deep breaths here with each exhale. Imagine you're softening. It's like your lower back is just melting and softening into the stretch, and you're going just a little bit further. Good, and relax. Go ahead and bring yourself up. You can take the belt off, rest it to the side. All right, so I'm gonna have you come down onto your backs. Go ahead and lower yourself down onto your mat, and then draw your knees into your chest. I'm just gonna readjust my mat so I have a little more room to do these postures. And once you're on your back, go ahead and pull your knees in. Rock a little bit from side to side, massaging your lower back. If you want your blanket under your back for extra padding, I know some of you might like that, especially if you're on a hard floor like I am. Okay. And just take a deep breath here. You're letting go of all that tension down the spine. This is a good one to do before you go to sleep at night. Is to rest onto a hard surface, like on your floor, maybe in your bedroom, and draw your knees in, rock a little bit from side to side. Just think of it sort of as that daily maintenance to undo, some of the stress that your body has gone through during the day. Even just some of the repetitive postures that we're sitting in or standing in throughout the day. All right, knees are tucked in. I'm gonna have you open your arms out to the sides. And we're gonna go to the left, right? Lowering the legs. Right now the knees are together. I'm gonna give you a variation. So either just keep the knees together and go to the left, or take your right leg, stretch it over the left leg. So you just crossed your legs and go to the left. Now your right shoulder might come up a little bit.
So I want you to adjust, turn your head to the right and see if you can bring that shoulder down. So it's more important that the shoulder is resting comfortably than it is to get the knees to the floor. And then if you want to increase the stretch, you can take your left hand, place on that right knee and gently draw down. And breathe. Good. Let your knees come back to center. Let's do the other side. So knees are together. You can wrap that left leg over your right leg. Go to the right and stretch. Look out towards your left hand. Try to bring that shoulder towards the floor and hold. Good, and relax. Slowly untwist. One more time, draw those knees in. And stretch yourself all the way out onto your mat. Let your arms rest by your sides. Let the feet fall out to the side. Close your eyes for a moment and take a couple of deep breaths. And just allow the floor to support your body. Okay, inhale and exhale deeply. Letting go of any tension down through the face. Relax around your eyes, relax your jaw. Relax down through the neck and the throat and the shoulders, all the way down the arms to your fingertips. And back up through the shoulders. Relax through the upper back and your chest and lungs and your heart center. And down through the abdomen and through the lower back and from your hips, all the way down the legs to your feet and your toes. And relax again from the toes and the feet, the lower legs, knees and upper legs. Relax through the hips, the pelvis, the lower back. Relax your abdomen. Through the heart center, through the upper back and your chest and lungs. Relax your shoulders all the way down the arms to your fingertips. And then back up through the shoulders. Relax through the neck and through the face and through the top of your head.
And now slowly take a deep breath. And start to bring your awareness back. Moving your fingers and your toes. And as you come out of your relaxation, you can stretch. Draw your knees into your chest and relax your lower back. And then you can just roll to your side and rest on your side for just a moment. And then use your hands to help you sit up to a comfortable seated posture. And then we'll bring the hands to the heart for a moment. And namaste. All right, this concludes the Hatha Yoga portion of the class. I hope you all have a really great day. And just remember to keep breathing, keep stretching, and I'll see you next Thursday. All right. Those of you that would like to stay on, we'll do the alternate nostril breathing, which will take us into a nice relaxed state. Then you can sit for a good 10 or 15 minutes in a meditation. And those of you that would like to stay longer, I'll quietly turn off the class and then you can continue to meditate. All right. So I'm just going to turn off my music. I like it when it's quiet. If you're in a home that's a little noisy, you know, you've got family and activities going on, you could try wearing like the noise canceling headphones, or you could put on some white noise in the room, like a fan or a sound machine. If music is something you do like to meditate to, you can certainly use that as well. All right, so you want to sit in a comfortable seated posture, and it is okay to sit in a chair as long as you can sit with a straight back. So you wouldn't be resting back into a chair, you'd be sitting towards the edge of the chair. Okay? And it does help to have your feet firmly on the floor if you choose to sit in a chair. All right.
I find if your hips get tight or sore when you're sitting on the floor, the thicker your pillow or blanket is, the more comfortable you'll actually be. Because sometimes my hips get a little sore. And so I have a thicker pillow that I actually sit on, but you could sit up even higher, fold your blanket even more, and see how that feels. Experiment with that. All right, so to do the alternate nostril breath, I'm right-handed, so I'm gonna use my right hand, tuck the first 2 fingers in, the thumb will press the right nostril closed, the inside of my left finger will press the left nostril closed. So go ahead and close your eyes, inhale through both nostrils, take a nice deep breath. Close the right nostril with your thumb and exhale through the left nostril. And close the left one and inhale right. Close the right nostril, exhale left. Close the left, inhale right. Close the right, exhale left. Close the left, inhale right. Now exhale through the right nostril. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. And inhale left. And bring your hand down and exhale and inhale evenly through both nostrils. And just notice how you feel. And we'll do a second round, so bring your hand back up. Inhale through both nostrils. Close the left one with your finger, exhale right. Close the right, inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. And inhale left. And exhale through the left nostril. Inhale right. Exhale left. And inhale right. Exhale left. And inhale right. And let your hands come down and breathe through both nostrils evenly. If you like to do visualization, imagine a ball of light like 300 yards above you, like way up in the sky. Imagine that light comes down, touches the top of your head, and moves all the way down through your body. Right, through the tailbone, all the way down to the center of the earth. And when it reaches the center, the core of the earth, which is pure energy, imagine that light bounces back up. It comes back up into your body, into your heart center. And now just imagine your whole body is filled with light. And that light can expand beyond your body to fill the room, your home, your neighborhood. That light can continue to expand into the town, right? Your state, the country, continent, the planet, and even beyond. And now bring your awareness either back to your heart center or back to the breath. Counting the length of your inhale and exhale can help you to quiet the mind, or you can use the sound of so. Think that to yourself when you inhale, and the sound of hum as you exhale, which is just the sound of your breathing. And as your mind wanders, keep bringing it back again and again to your heart center, to your breath.